Warning, the pair of sneakers you are about to view is extremely fire. Viewer discretion is advised, fam. Retro God back with another one. Yo. Grail alert, you already know what it is. One of my favorite sneakers of all time. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. Punch it right in the throat for me. You already know we're about to get into this. Let's head to the turntable. Alright, YouTube, let's dive into the grails real quick, man. I'm super excited to be reviewing these shoes. This is just an instant classic, period. These are fire. I don't give a I've been waiting a long time to get these. If you don't know what this shoe is, you don't deserve to be collecting sneakers. Straight up. On God. The overall styling of the Jordan 6 is just wicked. And as you'll notice, I left one of these pairs unlaced. I'm going to be relacing these in a custom manner because I don't really like the stock lacing. The shoe was designed after a 911 Porsche that Jordan was driving. So Tinker took his inspiration from that sleek, beautiful, sexy Porsche 911 Turbo or whatever that Jordan was driving. For the 90s, this was a very racy design. Most of the shoes before that looked like, regular sneakers or whatever. Before the Jordan 6, I really wasn't interested in any of the other Jordan colorways or silhouettes or anything like that. Of course, the Jordan 1 was already out and it was a staple, but when this came out, dog, it was a wrap. But we'll go over these elements. Now, I don't know if you guys can catch the silhouette here, but there's a 2 and a 3 here on the side of the shoe, which most people don't get. Like, obviously, that's Michael Jordan's number, the 23, and they worked that into the design. The upper here is made of nubuck, and it's pretty much all synthetic, very functional, light, decent amount of waterproofing. And, for its time in 1991, this was pretty much the standard. Now, if we get really close, these are these perforation holes, so you will get some sort of ventilation off them, but they also have 3M underlay underneath, and especially in this puffy section here that's hollow, you actually have 3M inside there. So when these shoes get hit with light, they actually light up. Another cool design for the time, you got this midsole here that's black and white, and that's a poly midsole because back then they didn't really have Phylon or any of those like really soft materials. So you do have this red kind of design and paint here. These are kind of like the fenders of the Porsche, and that's kind of like what that's made to simulate. You have your icy outsoles here, and we'll get to those in a second because I have a bone to pick. But as you see here, you have the visible air unit, and that became standard around the in the earlier versions of the Jordans, but I think it was done very well here, and they executed it very nicely on the shoe. This is also one of the first shoes to feature a visible air unit. I said it before and I'll say it again, the 90s is definitively the best time for sneaker design. Looking at the back here, you have that rear diffuser spoiler, and that's one of the elements that's really meant to copy the Porsche. If you know your Porsches always have some kind of doofy wing hanging off the back. Gives me that Porsche feel just looking at it. This is the 2019 version, so it does have the Nike Air branding on the back, and that is very coveted. A lot of people don't like the Jordan branding on the back, and this color red I find is a lot better than that like salmon pink red that came out 2014 or whatever it was. Now this toe box is very clean, and it's just there's nothing really crazy going on there, but the stitching is pretty decent all over the shoe. I do wish they did a double stitch on this, but it might have taken away from the clean look. All in all, I don't know what to tell you. The 90-91 season for Michael Jordan was basically god tier basketball, like Ultra Instinct, Goku, Hyper Fuse with Jiren, with Potara. Laces are pretty standard, nothing special there. Lace lock system here, and you have an infrared Jordan, and that's basically neoprene, so it's a stretchy material. It's part of the tongue, and I'm going to show you that in a second. Some people don't like these lace locks. I actually am a fan of these. This is part of the reason why I wanted the shoe in the first place when I saw them, because I thought they were so cool. But that has the Jordan brand on one side and it has Nike on the other. This thing is really cool. So the story behind that is Jordan basically was having trouble getting his shoes on quickly, and he wanted something that was a little bit more effective getting his shoes on and off. So it just really helps when you can put 2 fingers in, kind of gives you like a bowling ball style effect where it's really easy to pull the shoes on. The combination between the tongue and the spoiler, it makes it really easy to get the shoe on. You're pulling on from the front, and you have a huge spoiler at the back, because this is one thing that most people don't do, that I don't see them do on their channels. They don't really dig in and show you what this tongue looks like. Now, when you actually pull the tongue back, you can see it's a stretchy neoprene inner, and it has large perforation holes that run down the shoe. This is a very, very comfortable shoe. You could actually wear these with no laces, and most people think that it's the laces solely that have the lockdown, but really that's what the Jordan 6 looks like on the inside. It's a neoprene inner, and it goes all the way down to the insole, as you can see there. Nike branding on the insole, like, you know, it is what it is there. The contrast though, the contrast is really nice on that, I will say, but that's part of the reason why I took the laces out of the shoes, because I wanted you guys to see what it looks like from the inside. It was the beginning of the Bulls dynasty. End of the Lake Show, beginning of the Bulls. Now, when you're talking about sizing on these hoes, make sure you guys go true to size, because there's nothing worse than having a ducty crease across the toe box here, and that's not what you want. You want to keep these toe boxes in as pristine condition as possible. The way that you do that is by wearing your shoes true to size. You know, we grow up with our parents telling us, you know, make sure there's space, and then it really, you know, we forget that our feet stop growing and there's an actual definitive size our shoes have. So if you guys want to cut down on the crease in your toe boxes, go true to size. Find out what the size of your feet are and stick with that. Now let's get to this outsole business, because this is something that I really want to discuss. I'm kind of cheesed about this. This is a 2019 pair of shoes, right? You know, it's gonna suffer from some yellowing or whatever, and people think that that's standard, but I don't think that's the case. I ain't a fan of clear soles or anything, but damn, like, this might be the perfect outsole mix of poly and clear sole. But you know, here's the thing, these came very icy, slightly blue. The blue is already wearing off on these, and that's to help them prevent them from turning yellow. Now, we all know how I feel about clear soles, but yo, that's crazy. That design's crazy. I'm willing to sacrifice on this one. Here is my pet peeve. These are DS. These have not been worn, right? From the same box, from the same batch, and you guys can see how bad that yellowing is. I only just bought these shoes in 2019. I'm actually pretty cheesed, and what happened here is a tragedy, because I feel like they're making these clear soles so that they only last like 2 to 3 years before they start yellowing, regardless of what you do. Alright, so for example, here is a pair of Chuck Posits that I got, that, you know, 2014. Now, you tell me what you see. These are brand new, icy, like the day I got them. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. And don't worry, review coming up soon. I've been waiting to do some bangers for you guys. Don't worry, I got heaters on deck. But I just wanted you guys to see what a 2014 icy outsole that is DS looks like compared to this. Now, Jordan Brand, please explain this to me. I want somebody to explain this to me. Please tell me what's going on. If you guys think that's arms, let me know, because yo, dog, what happened with that? Yo, dog, look, 2014 versus 2019. What's going on there? And these were icy like this when they first came. They were icy like this. So I don't know what's going on. We're getting finessed. Like, they're starting to finesse us, and that's why, you know, I've noticed the speed and the rate at which these releases are coming out have like literally exponentially, you know, tripled, doubled, quadrupled, whatever. And I feel like that's what they're doing. They're shorting us on the quality. Pump out more shoes, and you know, it equals more revenue, because we're buying the shit up. You know what I mean? Or more like the bots are buying it up. But anyways, yeah. Now, I'm not sure what's going on with the yellowing situation, but these are only 2 years old. There's no reason for these to start yellowing already. I got shoes from 2014 that still ain't yellowed yet. So I just feel like they're starting to make these shoes with expiry dates, essentially, so that you have to get new shoes every couple of years. And it's kind of like how they're making electronics right now, and it's kind of cheesing me, because it's like, yo, dog, you know, they already know they don't want shoes lasting 10 years. My Chuck Posits are bulletproof compared to this. The inner of these shoes is like cotton polyester blend in inner. You know what I mean? You can expect some pilling after a while on these, but that's just how it is. A lot of 90s shoes weren't thinking about having polyester inners, so it just is what it is. Now, don't get me wrong, I don't want to get too complainy on you, because these are grails at the end of the day. These are Jordan's absolute best year of play. You know what I mean? His first championship, MVPs, you know what I mean? You name it. This is the shoe that started it. I feel like people sleep on these 6s, you know what I mean? Because everybody's hype off the 11s and you know what I mean, the 13s on them, but it's the 6s. The 6s came first. Put some respect on these hoes. Let me know what you guys think about these in the comment section. On foot coming up. Let's get it in, dog. Oh yeah, and I'm gonna show you in the on foot how I relace these. I might do an instructional video, but really all you do is unlace it, throw the lace loop on the first one, and then relace it to your styling so that you can see the Jordan. It's nothing crazy. Anyways, guys, that's the review for today. You already know we got the on foot coming up next, so you know what I'm saying, hold your horses. I got you, don't worry. Let me know what you guys think of the Jordan 6s. Are they fire? Do you guys have them in the collection? Because if you don't, I highly suggest you do. They're running it up on StockX. The price, they're wicked already, so make sure you guys cop them. They might come out with another version in another couple years and all that, but for the most part, I don't see them getting it right like this again. I feel like they're gonna try to change something last second like they always do, but this might be the most closest version of the retro we have at the moment. So if you guys like the retro version, make sure you cop these. You already know what it is. Retro got back with another one. Let's get to that on foot, because you already know the dead pond. Let's go. Woo.